What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to teach you all how to use the Netghost Proxy by Wasted Wolf to get your computer running on secure proxies and real-time speed. Here's how to do it. First, open up the browser of your choice. In this scenario, I will be using the Opera browser. It's really up to you, doesn't really matter. Then on the search bar, just search Netghost. And the first link should be the wastedwolf.com, and I will have this in the description of the video. Click on the link, and this is basically what we're going to be downloading, this Netghost Proxy scraper tool. And as you can see here, it's going to scrape a bunch of proxies. I'll teach you guys how to do this in a second. But first, we're going to need a download with this media file link and copy the password where we're at it. So this is going to be encrypted. So download it. And this might take a couple minutes to download, really depends on your internet speed. For me, as you can see, it's instantly ready to go. And let me just get that right onto the desktop. Then extract here. And for the password, as you can see, let me just pull it up for you guys one more time. It's right here, the arcanecfg. So I'm just gonna paste that in. Okay. And yeah, it scraped it to the desktop. And over here I have two monitors, but basically it will scrape this for you. And this readme text. Readme text is not really important. It just says that check out his website and he's not responsible for your actions. So let's run the Netghost program. Now the first thing you're gonna need to notice is like this update's available. Personally, I wouldn't update. Like, this is a pretty secure program as it is. I'm not gonna take the risk of updating. Like, who knows what he could add to the program. It could be buggy, the newest update, but I just like the version 1.4. And for some of you Windows users, you might need to go into your Windows settings over here and search for virus and threat protection, because this will actually come up as like a suspicious threat. In this case it doesn't, but it has for me multiple times. You're going to need to turn off this real-time protection. Let me just show you guys that again. Go to the virus and threat protection by searching for virus right here and turn that off. If it's on, you will not get this application on your desktop. You're not able to run this while this is on. So I said the way I like to use it is I turn it off just to scrape some proxies. Once I have a couple written down in a text document, I turn this back on and utilize those proxies. Because you only need to really use this program maybe like once or twice a year, maybe even. Like, it really depends on how consistent the proxies are. So we're actually going to go ahead and turn that on so I can show you an example and confirm. And as you can see, like, the program's still here, but if I try to open it, it's going to say this operation did not complete because it contains a virus or potentially unwanted software. Now this is like, I'm not sure why it detects as a virus. I promise you guys it's not a virus. I've had this program ready for several months, no issues with it, and I'll even show you in the video. So we're going to turn that off again, confirm, set out that, and now we're able to actually run the program. And no. So the first thing you're going to notice is there's three tabs: the grabber, scraper, and checker. The grabber tool is the most important out of all of them because you're basically going to grab the proxies and export them to a list. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see here, it's basically grabbing a bunch of proxies from multiple different servers. Just go through a couple of them. Basically go anywhere between like 100 and 8,000 proxies really quick. Just a little log for you here if there's any issues. And as you can see, we're already up to 7K. It'll tell you when it's done over by the status over here. And there we go, we're done. 71,800. Let's export the list. And it will create a text document called this to you, and it should appear in your desktop. Once again, guys, I apologize for having it on a separate monitor. And we're gonna click OK. Now in this text document, you can just see all the proxies here. Then basically just what you just grabbed. And a proxy, if you guys don't know, is basically what you're going to be rerouting your internet traffic through. Basically another IP address and another port. So we're going to go over to the checker now, and we're going to import the list by clicking the three dots. And let's go to the desktop. Netghost proxies to.list.text, excuse me. And we're the 44 version. As you can see, I've done this multiple times before. It's not like pay to use it every time. Totally free program, and once it grabs it and it brings up the list here, you're gonna start the checker. You can change the amount of threads or the timeout speed. Basically gonna run through all these proxies. Now as you guys can see, we're basically starting to get a bunch of proxies going. Once again, the lower the millisecond response speed, the better, so the darker green, the better. Red is terrible. We're just gonna let this run a little longer. It'll check back with you guys when we're done, right? As much as we want. You can also stop this program at any time by clicking the stop button. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm back. I let the program run on for a little bit, and one little tip I want to give you guys is if you tune down the timeout speed to a low number like 100 or 200, it'll basically limit the response speed to be within the range. So for example, none of these will be higher than 200, and that sped up the invalidation of these other proxies and made the amount of time it took much more convenient for me. So as you can see, a lot of these are kind of average response speeds, but we did get a couple quick ones up top here. 95 is pretty good. Usually want to aim for somewhere between like underneath the 100 millisecond response time speed, but for now this is good enough for us. Alright guys, now that you know how to scrape proxies, we're going to be using one of the checked proxies.txt files that I generated, and we're going to be using one of the faster ones I found, which is actually this one right here, 22 point blah 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 blah. And we're just gonna search the Windows button for the network and internet settings, go to proxy, turn on use the proxy server. This was the previous proxy address, apologize for that again. And we are gonna put in that proxy to do. And the port is basically everything after the colon, so 909. Save it. You can see Google.com completely works with a proxy active. Turn it off. Yeah, obviously it's gonna work. Turn it on again. Still getting a connection to Google, and just in case you guys don't think I'm running a file off of my computer, let's go to like an actual search result. Abstrusity, my YouTube channel, and as you can see, we're using the proxy right now. It works, guys. This program is lightweight, completely suggested. It does come up as a virus, and I can't stress this enough, guys. It is not a virus. Trust me or not, it's really up to you. And hope you guys get the proxy working for you and find one that has a great response speed. So yeah, Abstrusity is